Howdy doody, good friends, and welcome to the Mad Painter Show. Has anyone ever tried to use your past against you? Just throw it in your face. Well, guess what? We all have a past. And baby, they shouldn't be using it against you. And you shouldn't allow them. And let me give you some beneficial words that you can just put there anytime anyone wants to throw your past in your face and use it against you. We have A, so what? Okay? We have B, and I mean you have to say this with some attitude. And so what? You can even put them together. We also have C, mind your business. And so what? Mind your business. And we also have D, what does any of this have to do with you? You can even make this a collective sentence so they can further understand. So what? Okay, but how we go about this and being able to be confident and heal from this and look at this and recognize how our past is a propeller to our purpose. It first starts off with changing our perspective and seeing it's okay. Everybody has a past. Even that person who said whatever it was that they said and they tried to throw that in your face, they have a past too. They got to stand in front of their own mirror and, just let them deal with themselves, because right now we going to deal with us. And this is where the real change begins. We are not going to stay stuck on what somebody said, but we're going to look, unless it's what God says. And we're going to look at how we're going about changing our perspective and seeing, why are we so ashamed of our past? What makes us feel so dirty? Why are we trying to hide it? Now, I do recognize that our past is nobody's business, but our past has a lot to do with our community, what's going on, because what we've endured, what we found solutions to, what we've healed from, what we've been able to survive as warriors and still live and still be able to say, hey, I'm here today. I showed up on time, before time, and I'm ready. And so we have to be able to share these things with others. But before we can get there, we have to feel clean, baby. We have to get clean. It's not just a feeling. So later on in this conversation, I have an outside shower technique that will also make you feel better about how we're going about doing this thing and cleansing your body off and not having this dirty feeling. But in connection with this, the first place that made me kind of look at this, I've been seeing a lot of, for my social media people, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the movie Deliverance, and it's more of a fear-based thing. I'm a scary movie watcher, so I love scary movies. And so I watched it, and the first time I watched it, I just kind of half paid attention to it, and oh yeah, okay, I see what's going on, and I'm seeing a lot of fear of the demons, and I'm aware of the spiritual and religious aspect of the movie. But that's not what I'm about to talk about. The main thing that I've paid attention to was the trauma, the unforgiveness, and the unwillingness to say thank you or be thankful. And that, do you know that is a door? That's the real portal, the real door to all this dark activity, so to speak, that everybody's so afraid of. But we don't want to talk about that. We won't put that on movies and like, oh, it's an open portal, which I will not deny, because some of those things can definitely be used as an open portal. But let's first look at us and see how we're allowing certain things, because we're not willing to let things go. We're not willing to be forgiving of ourselves or of others, and we're not willing to be thankful. So, in seeing this whole trauma situation, yeah, there is a lot of, we've all been traumatized by something. No matter how you're looking at somebody else's trauma, like, oh, well, mine is bigger than that. Well, somebody's is bigger than yours. So just seeing we're all traumatized by something. Something happened in our lives where it had affected us for the rest of our lives. But do you know that you can receive healing for that, from that? So it first starts off with bringing God in on the situation. Yes, I'm talking about God. I'm tired of hearing people beating you upside the head with the Bible, constantly telling you what wrong you're doing. This channel is to share the love of God because he's just waiting on you to invite him in on the situation. And so here, when we're giving him thanks, because we're here breathing, we're here living, we're here in a time considered now, which is the present. And I'm seeing it as a gift because you don't have to be here, baby. And I get that there are times and whatever happened in the past that may make you feel like I do not want to be here right now. No, it's okay. Virtual hugs, my friend, virtual hugs. Because this too shall pass. And this is how you're going to get through it. So first in giving God thanks because you are here and there are a lot of things that you can be thankful for because there are a lot of things that you have. Look at all the things that you have. Thank you. Thank you. So along with being thankful, giving thanks, we are asking for forgiveness. Now, some of us may feel like, well, I'm not fornicating, I'm not sinning, I'm not lying, I'm not doing. Even if you're not believing, because I realized I threw sinning in there. This is just, because I have notes and it's just freestyling. But in throwing sinning in there, do you realize even when you don't believe God on his word, or you're not believing that he can do what he's telling you he can do? And I mean, like, he didn't contact you like, I'm going to do this. Yeah, right. That's a sin. So while you're so busy looking at all the other stuff, it's like when you're trying to just block him out, like, yeah, that's a sin. But this is not what this talk is about. This talk is about inviting him in on the situation and asking him for forgiveness. Because if you feel bad about something, somewhere in there you feel like you've done something wrong. So let's get past this situation. What I've learned from Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve were kids in grown people body, and they did not know the love of God like we have an opportunity to experience right now. So in them not knowing that they can ask for forgiveness, it went through a process of getting them to a position of recognizing hiccups that were, I'm going to get a thesaurus, people, okay? I promise. But in seeing that God has this love for us and we can ask him for forgiveness, we were made of dirt. I'm just saying, sometimes that dirtiness is growth, not always a bad thing. So change in perspective. So when you're seeing, just to change your perspective, you have to have the willingness to want to change your perspective, not keep beating yourself up. Because when you stop beating yourself up about your past, oh honey, nobody else can, because your past is your past. No one else can live it, but there is so much that you have learned from your past that you can share. Do you see how messed up our youth is right now? And then going back to unforgiveness, trauma, and not being thankful. And we have so many parents not willing to apologize to their children. And son, I apologize for mistreating you like this, or for doing this, or daughter, and even if you're stuck in a place where you feel like your parents should have apologized, you have to let that go. You have to let that go and be willing to forgive your parents and not beat your parents up. This is why we learn about love, because when we learn about love and actually experience love, we can be love and express that love to someone else. It's not just a thing in, do you see what this is what love says, and how come you're not treating me like that? That's a problem, because they say parents are supposed to lead a child, and you ain't lead me nowhere but to hell. And it's no. And we have to look deep within ourselves, not from a child's perspective, but from an adult's perspective. And we've made so many different decisions and saying, oh, because you were an adult, because you were in this place and this. Even if you feel like your parents weren't poop stank, they still have some type of wisdom that they gave you. Let us not run from the wisdom that our parents had given us, because even when you feel like it was stupid wisdom, it still showed you something. You were still learning something from that experience. So look at your parents from an adult's point of view, and give your parents a chance. They were doing the best that they can. I'm just gonna speak up for them. I don't know what was going on with them, but it's like, forgive them, because along with forgiving them, you too will be forgiven when you're asking for forgiveness. So this is like a work in progress thing, because you know, I get that we have that prayer as far as what Jesus prays, and dear Heavenly Father, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. And please forgive us of our trespasses as we forgive others. So you may pray that prayer and your heart be like, but Lucretia did this. And it's, if you're having difficulty of letting go of what somebody did, or what you've done to yourself, this is a place to ask God for help. Man, this is a whole relationship thing. If you're interested in a 30-day walk, hit that Wix link, because every day, this is an everyday walk. So in doing the research for this, I looked up how often does the body renew itself, and it went into cell regeneration, and it said our body regenerates cells every 7 to 10 years, and the cells in the bone every 15 years. I mean, it may be different with different people, you know, but that's the scientific, I'm gonna say guesstimation or studyization, if that's a word. But in looking and seeing that our bodies renew itself, these cells renew itself, why not our thinking? So we should be purposely and intentionally renewing our thinking every single day. And how we're going about renewing our thinking is seeking out wisdom, learning something new every day. You're never too old to learn something new every day. You're never too old. You're never too old to be creating something. Never too young. I mean, look at the young man, 15 years old. I saw him do something in the science of another. I think that's amazing. That young man has been practicing, was it soap or something? It's amazing. So it's showing how youth is creating something. The elders are still creating are still creating too. They're also sharing wisdom. So what is it that you have to offer? Because your past has a lot to do with it. So forgiveness, being thankful, learning something new. We're learning more, whatever it is that we're passionate about, we're learning. And learning more about us, we're getting into the Word. We're learning about God, because the more we learn about God, we learn more about ourselves. We learn more about relationship. We learn more about business. This is a life walk. This is not just a thing where it's so many days, you have this set on your schedule, and I make it a habit, and God is going to be happy with my attendance here. If you go to church, that's fine. If you don't go to church, that's fine. This is a walk that you need to talk to God and experience God and study God and talk to God and read His Word and study His Word and chew on it. Eat it. You know how when you eat really good food and you sit there and you got the savor, the taste, and you, what is that in there? Garlic? Did you put that Himalayan salt in there? Oh, baby. So you have to savor it. See what it's saying to you. See how it's speaking to you. Ask God questions. It is so much to this. It's not just a thing and that's wrong. No, this is a loving relationship, and we want to be corrected, because in this correction, we're able to reflect, and in our reflection and correction, we can see how our past plays a major purpose into where we're going, what we're doing, into our growth, into how God has kept us even then when we didn't know he was there. And he was like, I had you. Even though you didn't see me, I had you. So let's get into a place where we're experiencing these things because you survived it. You're still here. Let's do more with it. You're here for a reason. You're here to share yourself with others because you have so much love to give. And whatever it is that you're interested in, when you add a little bit of that ingredient of love in there, you just put that love in there and you stir the pot and it just gets all up in there and it just tastes so good. It's delicioso. And so you want people to taste your flavor. What's your flavor? Oh, we done came back with the song. Tell me what's your flavor? What's your flavor? Okay, get back to my notes. So I was, in doing the research in this, I came across Micah 7:19. God's compassion is so great that sins are as if they are thrown into the depths of the sea. So while all these people are throwing your past in your face, I don't care who they are, what title they have, whatever position it is. What does God have to say about it? What does he have to say about you? How? Because he has plans for you. I mean plans. These plans been in the making since the beginning. Just got to have that conversation because when he speaks some word, so you want the word to be spoken because it brings life to you. It's life-changing. It's life-bringing. It's energetic. Let me get back to my notes. So we're stepping into this and we're believing that he is here. He's forgiving. Read. Get some of that in you. When you get full, it's like, oh, that's delicious. I'm believing and receiving. Because it's more than just the eating. It produces a baby. So, and speaking of this whole producing thing, and looking at unforgiveness, because I get some people choose not to forgive. And looking at this unforgiveness, I saw in Hebrews 12:14 through 15. Okay, read it for yourself, because I'm just giving you a little bit of it. Okay, unforgiveness brings bitterness, and the root of that bitterness begins to grow and makes trouble. Now, I don't know if you know that scripture, anger rests in the bosom of fools. So I'm just thinking about unforgiveness resting in the bosom, in your heart. So if anger is resting there, and considering if unforgiveness is along with that, it's going to cause some trouble. Trouble. Ain't you tired of all that drama? Let it go. So if you're having trouble with it, ask, and you shall receive. If you got to keep asking all day, baby, ask all day. But also be researching some word, because it's some word in there that'll help you in your forgiveness. Because he'll help you in forgiving. He don't want you to be unforgiving. It don't make you feel good. It doesn't. You know how they used to say milk does a body good? Which seem like lies right now. I mean, I get the, protein. But unforgiveness does not do a body good. Jealousy, envy, it does not do a body good. No. So we want to ask for forgiveness. We want to learn how to be more thankful. We want to show thankfulness, appreciation. We start this with God. I get there's a lot of vulnerability to this, and we may be walking around like this. But your hearts shall be softened, and you shall understand, my friend. Because it's okay, because your past, baby, that's who made you the person you are today. And this person today is now seeking wisdom and is becoming a better man. It's becoming a better woman. I sees it. Because you is kind, you is smart, and you is special. So continue to seek wisdom, because in this treasure of the wisdom that you are seeking, there is healing, there is love, there is growth, opportunity. There is the person that you have been seeking to be all this time. Because I mean, all you've been doing. Now it's about you being, and being more than just a human being. Being a child of God. It's an awesome and amazing thing. So this whole shower technique, which I did not forget. When you go to bed tonight, before you go to bed tonight, because you can't take a shower while you're in the bed. Before you go to bed tonight, get you something that smells good. You know, set up the smell good. If you have it, some aromatherapy stuff. Even if you have some oils, get your shower going. Drop you some little droplets of oil in your shower once the steam gets to going. And when you get in the shower and take your shower, I want you to first give God thanks. And however you're bathing, give God thanks. As you're giving God thanks, you're also washing off whatever that you felt bad about your past. You're washing that off. You're forgiving yourself. And I'm suggesting a shower over a bath because we're not going to sit in this. We want immediate wash off of your body. So as you're washing your body, even whatever places that you're feeling extra dirty, okay? That can be anywhere. Cleanse it. Ask God to cleanse it and give thanks for him cleansing it off. And when you get out of the shower, after you've cleansed your body of whatever it was that you were feeling dirty, when you get out of the shower, moisturize yourself. And as you moisturize, give God thanks for the beautiful being that he has created and made of you, because there is purpose in your past. Give God thanks for him being there in your past to bring you to the present, the gift of now, because he's going to show you the gift that you are to others. Because whenever we have a gift, whatever that gift is, you know, when we were kids, you had show and tell, like, look what I got. But that's what you're to be. You are to be put somewhere so everybody can see what it is that you have to share to actually help them out. I love you guys. God loves you even more. If this video helps you, please like, share, and subscribe. Check out the Wix link for your Mastering Self-Love 30 days. I guarantee you will experience God. And I know it's hard to guarantee stuff. I guarantee. Trust. Please check out the artwork if you're interested in purchasing a journal with my artwork on there. It's on the Etsy link. And even still, get your own journal. You need to write these things out. You need to write the things that you're experiencing. You need to write out whatever pains and things that you have so that you can be filled anew. Why not, seek this wisdom every day. Something new. You got brand new every day. Every day. I love you guys. God loves you even more. Make it great, my friends.